Ty Dellandrea and Shane Pinto set for the opening draw. And here we go at SAP Center. As the puck ends up into the Shark zone, has started off, and after it, now Sanderson on it. Here comes Jake Sanderson. Up onto the wing for Perron. David Perron checks up, throws it on net. Nedeljkovic the stop, and he'll cover it up. Mario will help it into the San Jose zone. Mario Ferraro on it. And Ferraro goes off the boards. Deflected out at center, and look out. Here comes Celebrini. First rush of the game. And his shot was blocked centered. Smith scores!
We're really looking forward to seeing this young San Jose Shark team play. And of course, Macklin, Celebrini, and Will Smith. And they don't disappoint on their first shift. You can see the frustration by Giroux as he's just asleep at the wheel.
Upon further video review, it was determined at 18:38 the play was offside. We have no goal.
Well, all that for naught. Shabbat to center for Stützle. Tim Stützle, hand over the line, hands it off. Then dropped it back. Perron with a shot right on, and it's stopped by Nedeljkovic. Pass across, intended for Celebrini off his stick. Celebrini trying to move it back in the middle. Ferraro lets it go for Klingberg. His shot towards the net, stopped by Omar. In the lineup, but he's on this trip. That puck checked up there on Cousins. He'll move it for Shabbat. On ahead for Halliday, trying to find a little space. Got the shot away on net, and Nedeljkovic will cover it up. Get across for Celebrini. Dropped it back for Smith. Thrown over to Klingberg. Here's Klingberg towards the net. Tipped in front by Kurashev, and he caught the crossbar. They had one called back, and then this tip here catches iron. Now he'll try to knock it free in the corner. Claude Giroux there as well. Centered for Sanderson. His stick works. Well, good footwork, kicked it loose, but it's Celebrini that got it. Up to Kurashev. Smith going to the net. Sanderson back with a big hit on Kurashev, and he doesn't like it. He's got a hold of Sanderson in the corner.
Defense in their end, and that's what he does. Unfortunately, the pucks, when he got the pass, his stick snapped. So now he's coming back into his zone. He doesn't have a stick to play with, so the only thing he can do is be body on body.
He'll wait, drop Sanderson a drive, goes wide as Giroux is after the loose puck. He'll play it down into the corner. Matheson around the boards for Stützle. Up high to Sanderson, back for Stützle. Skates it in front, tip, scores! Amadio in the slot gets this, Dylan Cousins in the slot. Got his stick on it to tip it in, a power play goal. 1-0 Ottawa.
Just good movement along the top, and Stützle is really, really crafty with this puck coming in. This is not a shot on net. He lays it to the middle looking for a tip, and that's exactly what he got. As soon as the stick turned over by Desharnais has his stick in the lane. Simple, and that play by Wenberg stepping out from the side of the net, that's just a simple play on the power play.
Here's Orlov. Over to Kurashev, dumped it in. It's gloved by Ullmark. He thought about playing it, but elects to hold on. Madulin takes the hit. As it's high in the air at center, now grabbed by Reeves. Hands it off. Ostapchuk to the net. Stopped by Ullmark. Takes the hit. Toffoli after it. Tyler Toffoli with a shot. Stopped by Ullmark. Now Ullmark without a stick. Here's Hecklin to Celebrini. Celebrini at the line. Right it off for Klingberg with a shot. Scores! Klingberg, top corner, power play goal.
Well, that's how you make somebody pay for taking a run at one of your players. You can't do much about it at the time, but you got a power play. Is sting him on it. For the San Jose Sharks, who score a ton of first-period goals, they rank second in the National Hockey League. Their first one was disallowed, but this one, make no mistake, Celebrini's going to lay this over to Klingberg, who's had a really solid first period, and he looks like he's going to find a pass on the seam, but Wenberg, I think, is going to go through the vision of Ullmark right there. You just see Wenberg crossing.
Lars Eller behind the net. Trying to dislodge the puck. Ostapchuk in there as well. Comes to the point. Shabbat with it. Tees it up. Nedeljkovic the save. And then Desharnais and Eller going to do a little stick swinging. Going to have to hurry here. 8 seconds left in the period. And here he comes, finding it up into the Ottawa zone. Dropped it off for Smith. Smith in tight. Great chance for Wenberg. Stopped by Ullmark.
Penguins war number 2. Marcel Dion in his first 3 years with the Red Wings wore number 5. I mean, Beliveau, of course, famous number 4, and then, of course, Vinny Lecavalier came along. Then I find out Ron Francis wore number 4 in his first year with Hartford. So not too often young players take a number under 5.
Here's Klingberg on it. Klingberg looks to the net, takes the shot. It's into the glove of Ullmark. Slow to get up to his feet. Stützle on the puck. Stützle hands it off. Batherson with a shot knocked away with a blocker of Nedeljkovic.
He shook up Orlov a little bit, but a veteran defenseman, you got to be a little more careful there going back.
Quick hot shot by Eller off the draw. Grab now bumped. Perron bumped to the play. Puck comes back to the line. Zub sends it across. Sanderson with a shot, and it's gloved with ease by Nedeljkovic. Will check up, go up the wing, and it's tipped out by Smith. Up for Kurashev with Celebrini going to the net. Celebrini, great chance denied by Ullmark. Out to center, off the stick of Lars Eller. Zetterlund across for Dylan Cousins. Snapped it on net. Nedeljkovic the save. Thought he had it for a moment. Muka Madulin, and he'll back up with it. Now Muka Madulin feeds it up ahead. Grab, drops. Dellandrea shoots off the arm of Ullmark. Dellandrea's got it back. Circles around. Pass tip to Orlov. His drive off the glove of Ullmark. Shane Pinto over the line for Perron. Perron dropped it back. Chabot to Perron. Looks to the net. Takes the shot. Nedeljkovic the save. Hands it out for Perron. Lost it at the line. Now has to take it back at center. Tim Stützle trying to find a little space. Can't get by Wennberg. Power play is over. Here comes Wennberg with it. Wennberg center. Ball going to the net. Stop it. They score.
Batherson tap in, and then Wennberg, he sees Liljegren coming up the ice here, or Ferraro coming up the ice here, and he waits for him until the seam opens up. That gives Ferraro a chance to get the shot to the net. As everyone is converging on Wennberg, it's a 2-on-2. Eller should be looking for who the danger guy is, which was Ferraro, but instead he gets...
Here's Ferraro up with it in the corner. Trying to fight for the puck, pulled out by Lars Eller with a shot towards the net. Nedeljkovic got a piece of it. Dylan Cousins down to Zetterlund. Fabian Zetterlund around the net. Comes out front with a shot. Nedeljkovic to stop. Eller got right in his line of sight at the same time. Sidesteps Kurashev. Dylan Cousins trying to poke it free as Hodgson goes after it, but it's Orlov that'll find it, and he's going to throw it up high in the air to center. Zetterlund has a little bit of room. Zetterlund coming in and scores! Fabian Zetterlund gets a goal against his former team, and he ties the game at 2.
Place that you're really familiar with, in a building you're used to playing in, and he played for the San Jose Sharks for quite some time, so he comes in here and he just rips it. This is a real goal scorer shot. This is upstairs on the short side. This is a laser. And you could see it coming, you know, you could see it happening. The Senators are turning over pucks in the San Jose. If he got some confidence around the net, you think he could really fill it, and that was a beautiful shot.
So third period starts with Ottawa. Orlov with it to Toffoli. Broken up by Stützle. Played it over to Pinto, short-handed. Shane Pinto around Orlov. Great chance, and he's stopped by Nedeljkovic. So tries to get a little something going short-handed to break the 2-2 tie on Hockey Night in Canada. Up to Batherson at center, pressured by Smith. Tim Stützle sends it back in his own zone. Ottawa regroups. Sanderson springs the break. Here's Nick Cousins, right on the goal line. They score. Tim Stützle finishes the job. Batherson and Cousins had the great give and go, and it sat right on the goal line, and Stützle got there in time to tap it in.
Defense core, and this is a great pass by Sanderson. He snaps this thing hard, Batherson picks it up, and then he goes to Cousins, and Cousins makes a really good move to the inside. Nedeljkovic thinks he's going to shovel it to the net, right? He's just going to go right to the net. So he comes across hard, and Cousins brings it around.
Zetterlund takes a hard hit from Orlov. Here comes Dylan Cousins. Draws the penalty from a step chuck. And Wennberg has to win the draw. If Giroux wins it, that'll be game. And Giroux won it. Back to Sanderson. He's got it in the corner. The Ottawa Senators are going to win it 3-2 here in San Jose tonight.